Have a nice day. Today is Saturday, 4th of March 2023. March 4th and Do Something Day is a made up holiday celebrated each year on March 4. How about planting a community garden? The holiday encourages people to do something new that enriches their own lives or the lives of people in their community. Actually, it is celebrated as National Safety Day. In India on 4th March by National Safety Council of India. This day is celebrated to make people get safe from several issues like financial loss, health problems, and also any other problems that people are facing in their life. So, starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, The Hindu states that aim rumor driven panic Tamil Nadu government reassures migrants with rumor mongers and a section of Bihar politicians triggering panic among Hindi-speaking laborers, claiming they were being targeted in Tamil Nadu. The state government and industrialists on March 3rd, 2023, stepped in to assure the laborers of their safety. Workers from the northern states are integral to the development of infrastructure in Tamil Nadu, says Labour Welfare Minister C.V. Ganesan. Workers from other states wait in the railway station in Coimbatore on March 3, 2023. The Hindu newspaper also states that Quad foreign ministers take aim at Russia and China. The joint statement that refers to both the Ukraine conflict and the situation in the South and East China Seas draws criticism from Russia and China. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, Australian Foreign Minister Penny Wong, United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken, and Japanese Foreign Minister Yoshimasa Hayashi after attending the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting in New Delhi on March 3, 2023. The Hindu also states that lesion removed from Joe Biden's chest was a cancerous, says White House doctor. A second lesion removed from President Joe Biden's chest last month was a basal cell carcinoma, a common form of skin cancer, his doctor said on March 3, 2023, adding that no further treatment was required. The site of the removal on Mr. Biden's chest has hailed nicely. United States President Joe Biden. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that Supreme Court allows Chhattisgarh government to probe ex-bureaucrats. Dismissing allegations that the probe was politically motivated, the Supreme Court Wednesday allowed the Congress-led government in Chhattisgarh to go ahead with its investigation against the former principal secretary. A Supreme Court bench comprising Justice Ravindra Bhatt and Dipankar Datta underlined that merely because a new political dispensation has booked a member of the previous regime under anti-corruption laws, the investigation cannot be termed a mala fight. Indian Express also states that a day after G20 Quad sends a message to Russia, China on Ukraine aggression, the first reference to the Ukraine war in a joint statement of the Quad foreign ministers means the grouping, which has so far been concentrating mostly on the aggressive Chinese behavior in the Indo-Pacific, has broadened its scope to include Russia. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar with the Penny Wong, Antony Blinken, and Yoshimasa Hayashi, Japan, at the Quad Foreign Minister meeting on Friday. Indian Express also states that one-time option for some central government employees to choose OPS, the department which comes under the Ministry of Personal Public Grievances and Pension, issued the memorandum on Friday. The Centre Friday allowed certain union government employees as a one-time option to shift to the old pension scheme. This option may be exercised by the concerned government servants, latest by 31st 8. 2023 reads the memorandum signed by Sanjeev Narayan Mathur, Additional Secretary in the Department of Pension and Pensioners Welfare. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that truth has become a victim of false news. Even judges are not. Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud. The truth is a victim in an age of false news. Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud said on Friday, while also lamenting what he said was lack of tolerance that has emerged as one of the biggest challenges of modern times. Responsible for death of thousands of civilians, India slams Pakistan at UNHRC. India's representative to UN, Seema Pujani. India has used its right of reply at the United Nations Human Rights Council to respond to Pakistan on issues of religious minorities and terrorism. No religious minorities can freely live or practice its religion in Pakistan today. The Ahmadiyya community continues to be persecuted by the state for simply practicing their faith. Pakistan's policies are directly responsible for the death of thousands of civilians around the world. India's representative Seema Pujani slammed her Pakistan counterpart Hina Rabbani Khan. Going towards the economy of the country, India's services sector activity hits 12-year high in February PMI. The Indian services sector expanded at the strongest rate in 12 years in February, supported by the favorable demand condition and new business gains. A monthly survey said on Friday the seasonally adjusted S&P Global India Services PMI Business Activity Index rose from 57.2 in January to 59.4 in February, its highest level in 12 years. The seasonally adjusted S&P Global India Services PMI Business Activity Index rose from 57.2 in January to 59.4 in February. Sensex rallies are nearly 900 points. Nifty jumps over 272 points on firm global trends. The Sensex jumped nearly 900 points and the Nifty rallied over 272 points on March 3rd, bouncing back from the previous day's fall following a positive trend in global equities and fresh foreign fund inflows. From the Sensex Pack, State Bank of India, Bharti Airtel, Reliance Industries, ITC, Tata Steel, Industrial Bank, HDFC, Tata Motors, HDFC, and Titan were the major gainers. Going towards the world news, including Belarus court jails a Nobel Peace Prize winner Alois Bialyatsky for 10 years. At some point, India, now a great power, has choose a side in the Ukrainian war, says United States Senator. Hippos living near Pablo Escobar's former Colombia ranch may be shipped into India. Boris Johnson attacks United Kingdom Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's Brexit deal. It is an embarrassment not to have a US ambassador to India, says a lawmaker. Going towards the science and technology, studies show how asteroid Beijing spacecraft was phenomenally successful. The scientists gave a blow-by-blow account of how the collision unfolded. This image depicts the NASA's DART spacecraft and its two long solar panels over the spot where it impacted asteroid Dimorphos in September 2022. The largest boulder near the impact site is about 6.5 meters, 21 feet across. DART took the underlying image 3 seconds before impact. Phytoplankton blooms sea to two-decade surge along world's coastlines. Huge blooms of phytoplankton, microscopic algae floating on the ocean surface, have become larger and more frequent along the world's coastline, according to new research, bringing benefits to fisheries, but also potentially causing harm. Between 2003 and 2020, coastal phytoplankton blooms increased by about 13% in extent. An aerial view of toxic blue-green algae bloom on the Baltic Sea coast at Tyresö near Stockholm, Sweden, June 25, 2020. Kono National Park, unsuitable to host all the 20 cheetahs. Not enough praise, says scientist. Though MP's Kuno does not have enough prey to support more than 15 cheetahs, political consideration have come in the way of some animals being moved to Rajasthan's Mukundra, Dr. Jala said. A cheetah brought from South Africa is seen in the enclosure at Palpur Kuno National Park, Madhya Pradesh on February 18, 2023. Genetic study lays bare ice age drama for the humans in Europe. The only people who survived in this harassed period in Europe were hunter gatherers who had found refuge in portions of France and the Iberian Peninsula. View of a male human skull and stone tools discovered at the village of Gross Fredenwald in Germany, dated to 7,000 years ago. In this undated handout photograph, this individual's population lived side by side with the first Europe farmers without mixing. At last, there's a famous quotation by C.V. Raman. Sir Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman, whose birth anniversary is 7 November 1888, death anniversary is 21st November 1970, who was an Indian physicist known by his famous work in the field of light scattering using a spectrograph that he developed. He and his student K.S. Krishnan discovered that when the light traverses a transparent material, the reflected light changes its wavelength and frequency. This phenomena, a hereto unknown type of scattering of light, which they called modified scattering, was subsequently termed the Raman effect of Raman scattering. Raman received the 1930 Nobel Prize in Physics for the discovery and was the first Asian to receive Nobel Prize in any branch of science. Dr. Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman states that success can come to you by courageous devotion to the task lying in front of you. Okay, thank you.